Head north, or as I lay driving.
We set off with a clear purpose, to scour the northwest suburbs for interesting places and things.
I wanted to go sledding.
We set sail at 8:19 a.m.
At 8:20 a.m. we stopped for gas.
And then we were on our way.
But then we had to stop abruptly because we saw a ninja.
He really wasn't a ninja, he was just a jogger running in the extreme cold.
We saw a ninja!
It wasn't a ninja. So we were heading west on Dempster, and then I saw this huge crane. It was so awesome, so we went and we stopped so we can take pictures of it. It stretched from one street to the next.
It was alright.
Yeah, it was kind of lame, actually.
So we were about to leave when this truck driver started honking at us. He got out and asked us for directions to Wheeling, so we helped him on his way.
He was a nice guy. I hope he made it. I guess we'll never know. So we'd been driving for a while when we'd made it to about Mount Prospect, when I chanced to look to the right and see two buildings that juxtaposed each other quite a bit.
The only parts that I found interesting was the income tax building.
Yeah, but then we got back to the car and we realized that Jordan had left the gas cap open for like 45 minutes.
He's a dunce.
So shortly after that, we found a place to go sledding.
I brought snow pants because, you should wear snow pants when you're sledding. It makes sense.
Yeah, but it also makes you look forward.
So we finally got to go sledding, and I was really excited, and I tried, but it didn't work. So I kind of tried again, and then just decided to go down the hill, and it worked, and I was really excited.
Yeah, it was alright. I mean, sledding's not for everyone, It was... Ari's sort of a kid, so...
I thought I was going to do really well. Like, I started out and I was going pretty well, and then I don't know what happened.
Jordan just sucked.
That surfing thing was not for me. I shouldn't have even tried it, because I just failed miserably.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I thought it was impossible, honestly. But...
And then I tried, and I got it, and I went farther than anybody.
And a final note of advice, if you have holes in your jeans, don't go sledding, especially if you're going to fall. So soon after that, we passed McDonald's, and I convinced the guys to drive through so I could get some delicious breakfast.
But I already ate breakfast.
Yeah, between the snow pants and the breakfast, Ari definitely gets the award for thinking ahead. So we stopped at this cool little, family-owned donut place called Country Donuts.
I thought it was pretty cool because it was the first time I had ever seen a donut shop that wasn't Krispy Kreme or Dunkin' Donuts.
And the donut was really good.
As we continued further and further northwest, we realized that there was less and less civilization.
And at 10:38 a.m., we made our first barn sighting.
The first of many, I might add.
And then we came across a very interesting town.
Woodstock! Woodstock was by far the most patriotic town we came across, right down to the street names.
Yeah, also, evidently, the guy who makes the Dick Tracy cartoon lived there for 46 years, so they're really also obsessed with Dick Tracy.
So, right now we're in historic downtown Woodstock, Illinois. It's really the place to be. Right behind me is the Dick Tracy Museum. They seem to be pretty big fans of him. And there's a lot of other... There's an art center. Over there is the Woodstock Opera House. And here is the town square where they gather for, I guess, town meetings and, I don't know, to elect the new delegate.
But Woodstock is not totally different from where we live. They still have Starbucks.
After traveling through more wilderness, we came across another town, Hebron, Illinois.
Hebron, Illinois is a tiny town right near the Wisconsin border that has 1,100 people in it.
And their claim to fame is that they won the 1952 state championship in boys basketball.
So we passed through Hebron and we continued north on State Highway 47, and then we saw a sign for a historical marker.
But it wasn't really a historical marker in the traditional sense. It was more just something randomly that explained the history of Illinois.
Well, I found it a little interesting. It gave a little history of the Fox River area, which is where we were at that time.
It was alright.
And then we made it to the state line.
Alright, so here we're driving on Illinois 47, and right behind Mike over there is the Welcome to Wisconsin sign. And yet, right behind me, right down there, is the Welcome to Illinois sign. So right now we're technically in no man's land. We're neither in Wisconsin nor Illinois, so...
Feels weird.
Welcome to Ari Kravitz.
Next we came to the Chain of Lakes State Park, because I guess in this area there's a very large amount of lakes that are in a chain, so they made it a state park.
And then Mike and I, we found the lake was frozen over, so we just holding onto the bridge, of course, just walked on it for fun. It was pretty cool.
I walked on the bridge.
He was scared.
Yeah, he was scared of falling into the 1-inch deep water. He was afraid we were going to break the ice. But yeah, all in all, we didn't stay there very long. I guess we just weren't too interested in going to see the state park. So
I was really interested.
I wish you would have said so. We might have stayed longer.
I was cold.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but, it was time to head home.
So we kept going, and we passed an actual general store. It was closed, but it was a general store that wasn't like an Costco or something.
I was really excited. I'd never seen a general store in my life, but it was closed.
I actually didn't find it that interesting.
And then we made one final stop, to eat. And while we ate, we each reflected on the journey we had just taken.
I had a lot of fun on this journey, because we got to see a lot of these places that, I've never been to before, and see that there really is something to do, or something to see, a little bit at least, in northern Illinois, which is a place that not a lot of people know about, ourselves included.
So I had a lot of fun on this journey. I finally got to go sledding, which I've never actually really done besides the hill on my corner of the street. But we got to see a lot of really cool places that we're not used to when we live in Skokie and Niles. So I had a lot of fun, and I'm really glad I got to get out and see some new things. It was cool.
So even though we did some interesting stuff and saw some interesting stuff, for me, it really was never about where we went or what we did. I just had a good time spending a day with two of my best friends.
There's a road I'd like to tell you about, lives in my hometown. Lakeshore Drive, the road is called, and it'll take you up or down. From Rats on up to Riches, 15 minutes you can fly. Pretty blue lights along the way, help you right on by. And the blue lights shining with a heavenly grace, help you right on by. Like it, anywhere I found. Running south on Lakeshore Drive, getting into town. Just slipping on by on LSD, fighting that trouble bound. And it starts up north from Hollywood, water on the driving side. Concrete mountains rearing up, throwing shadows just about 5. Sometimes you can smell the green if your mind is feeling fine. There ain't no finer place to be than running Lakeshore Drive. And there's no peace of mind the place you see, riding on Lakeshore Drive.